Thomas Edison by Gabby Ramirez, Brianni Sejor, Rajan Fouché, and Ali Glover. Thomas Edison's childhood. Born in Millen, Ohio, grew up in Port Huron, Michigan. Born on February 11th, 1847. Mom name is Nancy Matthews Elliott, 1810 through 1871. Born in Chenango County, New York. Dad name is Samuel Ogden Edison Jr., 1804 through 1896. Born in Marshalltown, Nova Scotia. He had 6 brothers and sisters, and he was the 7th last child. Thomas Edison's father was exiled political activist from Canada. He lost his hearing due to a train incident where his ears were injured. Edison had very little formal education as a child, attending school only for a few months. He was taught reading, writing, and arithmetic by his mother, but he was always a very curious child and taught himself much by reading on his own. By the time he was 16, Edison was proficient enough to work as a telegrapher full-time.
On December 25th, 1871, Edison married 16-year-old Mary Stilwell, with whom he had 3 kids with, Marian Estelle Edison and Thomas Alva Edison Jr. Mary Edison then died at 29 due to unknown causes. 2 years later, Edison then married 20-year-old Mina Miller, whom he also had 3 kids with, Madeline Edison, Charles Edison, and Theodore Miller Edison. In August 1931, Edison collapsed at Glenmont, essentially housebound from that point. Edison steadily declined until at 3:21 a.m. on October 18, 1931, the great man died. Edison worked in New York, inventing and manufacturing devices that greatly improved the speed and efficiency of the telegraph. In 1876, Edison sold all his Newark manufacturing concerns and moved his family and staff of assistants to the small village of Menlo Park. During the last 2 years of his life, Edison was in increasingly poor health. Edison was past 80 and suffering from a number of ailments.
Thomas Edison timeline. In 1874, new invention for the Western Union. Thomas invented a new telegraph system for Western Union that could send 4 telegraphs at once. In 1875, invents the first version of the copy machine. He called his invention the electric pen. In 1877, the phonograph and the carbon transmitters invented. The phonograph played music. He later improved the phonograph and made it cheap enough for people to buy. He also invented the carbon transmitter, which was used in the telephone and made it work way better. This discovery helped pave the way for Edison's most well-known invention. In 1879, he invented the carbon-powered lamp. Using the power of carbon, he invented the lamp that can be lit without oil and fire. In 1880, opens in the industrial park. He opens an industrial park to figure out how to spread electricity to the public. In 1900, he invents the battery. He began to find a way to store energy for use when electricity wasn't available. He eventually came up with the battery. Continue. Failed inventions. In 1869, the electric vote recorder was invented. The device allowed officials voting on a bill to cast their decision to a central recorder that calculated the tally automatically. Edison dreamed the invention would save several hours of public time day in the session. In 1873, the electric pen. It can make 5,000 documents of the same document at the same time. In 1890, the talking doll. Edison imported dolls from Germany and put tiny photographs inside them. In March 1890, the dolls went on sale. People complained that the dolls were too fragile, and when they worked, the recording sounded awful. The toy bombed. 1895, the kinetoscope. Kinetophone. Kinetophone is a peephole motion picture viewer with a phonograph that played inside the cabinet. Sound could be heard through 2 ear tunes while the viewer watched the images. The creation never really took off by 1915. Edison abandoned the idea of sound motion pictures. In 1899, cement. He formed the Edison Portland Cement Company in 1899 and made everything from cabinets with phonographs to pianos and houses. Sadly for him at the time, concrete was too expensive and the idea was never accepted. The cement business was a total failure. His company was hired to build a Yankee Stadium in the Bronx.
When people think of Thomas Edison, they think of the incandescent light bulb, but Thomas Edison was a curious, determined, stubborn, and a very helpful man. He grew up the youngest out of 7 children. His mom pulled him out of school to be homeschooled for the greater portion of his education. He was a very lucrative young man. He got a job in a trade. He wrote his own newspaper and called it the Grand Trunk Herald. When he was around 12 years old, he started to lose his hearing. There are many stories to how Edison lost his hearing. Rumor had it that the conductor of the train smacked him in the back of his head after he accidentally set the train on fire. When asked about how he feels about being deaf, he says it doesn't bother him because it helps him to focus. Edison's role in life began to change from inventor and industrialist to cultural icon, a symbol of American ingenuity, and a real-life Horatio Alger story.
Thank you.